Hi, this is George Thorogood.
Hey, this is Pat Travers.
Hey, this is Steve Lukather of Toto.
Hi, y'all. This is Shirley Daniels, and you're listening to Jimmy Warren.
Well, all right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Jimmy Warren Show. I'm so thankful that you have decided to tune in tonight. And, of course, you picked an excellent night to do so. Why? Because, actually, every Tuesday night on the Jimmy Warren Show is an excellent night. And it's no different tonight, of course. You know, when I think about music, you know, it doesn't matter if it's rock or blues or whatever it is. When I think about music and I think about the people that help, you know, form what a lot of music is today, you know, in the history of it, I always think of Muddy Waters. Now, Muddy Waters was probably one of the most influential people, you know, in my opinion, of all times. I mean, generations of musicians and music lovers have been influenced by the great Muddy Waters. And we're talking about everybody from the Stones and Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton and The Who and, you know, all the way through, you know, to today where there's so many people that are as equally influenced by his music and his passion and all that he did. And, you know, for those that got the opportunity to see Muddy when Muddy was still alive, well, my hat's off to you because you got to see a piece of history. But today, you know what, you can still kind of, you know, have a feel of that history by listening to and going to see his son, Mud Morganfield. Now, Mud Morganfield has just released a new CD with Kim Wilson from the Fabulous Thunderbirds. The CD is called For Pops. It's on Severn Records, and it is a tribute to Muddy Waters. It's got 14 tracks on it. All 14 tracks, of course, are all Muddy Waters tunes. Now, one of the things that I like about it is that all of Muddy's like really, really big, well-known hits, you know, like Hoochie Coochie Man and Manish Boy and things of that nature aren't on this project. You know, you got songs like My Dog Can't Bark and She Moves Me and I Don't Know Why and Just to Be With You. You know, those are the ones that are on here. They were picked by Mud and I guess the producer and Kim Wilson and that, and they did a great job. Now, Mud is compared to his dad quite often because, you know, they do sound pretty close to one another in that, which you're going to hear if you've never heard Mud sing before. But, you know, he's definitely his own man in his own right and very creative and very passionate. He has a deep love for his father and his father's history, as do so many others, and it comes through in his performances, it comes through in his music, and it definitely comes out in this interview. So this interview is two parts. Tonight it's with Mud Morganfield, where you'll hear half the CD. Next week it will be with Kim Wilson, and we'll hear some more of the CD as well next week. Probably not as much music because Kim talked quite a long time, but I had a great interview with him. So we don't want to cut any corners or do anything crazy. We're going to get right to the music. This is Gone to Main Street. This is Mud Morganfield and Kim Wilson, For Pops, tribute to Muddy Waters.
Downtown and put shoes on your feet. I'm gonna take you downtown and put shoes on your feet. You know I love you, girl. Tell everybody that you meet. When I take you downtown, I'm gonna put clothes on your back. When I take you downtown, I'll put clothes on your back. By me loving you, girl, I'll buy you anything that you like. gonna drive you out of this town. You ain't none of my baby. I'm gonna drive you out of this town. You know I love you, girl. I don't want to go around. Goodbye, little girl, if I don't get to see you no more. Goodbye, little girl, if I don't get to see you no more. You know I love you, girl, and I can't stand to see you go.
Bud?
Yes, sir.
All right. We made it happen.
Made it happen. What's
Made it
going on,
happen.
Billy?
Same old here, you know. Not living the dream like you. You're not living
Oh,
the
man,
dream.
I wish, man. I'm just trying to get into where I fit in it, actually. You know what I'm saying, Jimmy? I'm just trying to get in where I fit in, man. Make a difference, man. Folks must stay talking about how they wish the blues would stay alive and here. And, hey, and I'm kind of like the new kid on the block, man. I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah, well, you seem to be doing rather well, and you've partnered up well with a lot of great people. So,
Yeah, it's good stuff, Jimmy.
yeah. So, how was the shows in the UK?
Oh, they were fantastic, man. 2 sellout shows at Ronnie Scott's, which is supposed to be maybe the plushest bar in England, man. I'm looking forward to the Albert Hall next month, so it's all good.
Yeah. That club's very, very well known. You know.
Yeah, it's a great club too, man. I tell you.
Yeah. I've seen some great shows recorded from there. You know. So.
Oh yeah, and a bunch of great people.
Yeah. That's what
I don't know.
I've
You know, when I leave out of town here, Jimmy, I don't. You know, I'm from Chicago, man. And from the U.S., so I don't really know a lot of these places, and I just go by word of mouth, what people tell me, and I look at the billboards of people who's been there, past and present, and I see a bunch of great people, man, in these travels. So. Oh
yeah. Well, you're in good company. Now, before we get into the new CD that you and Kim Wilson did, the tribute to Muddy Waters, who is your father, and the name of the CD is For Pops. Before we get into that, let's discuss a little bit about Mud Morganfield and your career in that. You know, how, I mean, I would almost think that even though you're related, you're a direct descendant of, you know, one of the most legendary blues people, that this has still been a tough road.
It's always a tough road. Even with this album, you know, a lot of people just don't get it, Jimmy. You know, this is a tribute album. There will only be one B.B. King, one Howlin' Wolf, and one Muddy Waters. Hey, man, I wish I could just get out and nitty-gritty like Pops, man. You know, but what I got, I didn't ask for. You know, I mean, it's something that God and Pops decided, man. You know, and on top of that, they also decided when it was time for me to do this. So, you know, man, I didn't ask for this blues, man. It just, matter of fact, I ran for a lot of years, Jimmy. I drove big rigs for a while and did a lot of other odd jobs, man. And it just caught up with me, man. You know, it caught up with me. So,
yeah. So how long have you been singing and playing? You know,
I've been singing, man, all my life. I might have came here tapping on my mother's stomach inside, man. You know, I remember going to Pops and starting my first band, and Pops gave me a bunch of great Fender amps, and you know, I've been doing this a long time, man. It just wasn't my forte to do it professionally, you know, and I decided to do that, man, you know, and I think the straw that broke the camel back for me was, I can't remember quite the year that they had this tribute to my dad at the Kennedy Center. You remember that?
I do. Yeah.
Where Etta James and Billy D. Williams hosted, and
right.
and the whole 9 yards. Dr. John and me and my mom was sitting there watching that thing, man, and we watched that thing, Jimmy, to the bitter end, and we even watched the critics as they rolled by, and I didn't see nothing about Mud Morganfield, man. Larry Mud Morganfield, however people want to see it. And I looked over there, man, my mother was in tears, man. And immediately I broke to her side. And, you know, are you hurting? Is something wrong? By the way, she made 82 last month. So.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, so, but anyway, and she said, no, I'm not hurting. I said, well, why are you crying? By this time, I'm crying, son, you know. And she said, they didn't mention my boy. And I vowed and made a promise to her that they will mention you on that day forth. So.
Yeah, well, you've done well, that's for sure. One of the things that, you know, because I know it's got to be really hard because people probably compare you.
Well, you know what? I don't mind being compared. I mean, I could be compared to a lot of worse things, Jimmy. you know. Let's not forget. Let's not forget here, man. You know, and I have to keep it up front. You know, so that I may never ever forget it. You know, I come up rough, man. I come up on the west side of Chicago, man. Need I say any more? Or the south side of Chicago, you know. Yeah. I come up rough, man. You know, so it's okay, you know, but I could be compared to a lot of worse stuff, man. You know, and it's okay to be compared to my dad, but what I don't like is when people criticize and don't really understand, you know, where I'm coming from. So.
Right, because there's probably got to be a fraction of people out there that probably think that, well, you know, he's just trying to, you know, make a living off of his dad's name.
Yeah. You know, but you know what? Here. I tried to sing some Tyrone Davis stuff. I've tried to sing some Johnny Taylor stuff. I've tried to sing some Marvin Seed stuff. And, man, I can't, anything come out of my mouth is just coming out like muddy waters. And rightfully should. I mean, that's my dad. You know, I don't like to claim I'm the oldest son because there might be some guy come up in a wheelchair on an oxygen tank and say, nah, I'm the oldest. But Pop was a hoochie coochie man. No. Don't get this twisted. Pop was something else, man. You know, but with all that being said and done, it's a double-edged sword for me, Jimmy. You know, you have those critics and people who, you know, well, hey, look, I could sound like somebody else, you know, but what it is muddy. I've been told, hey, he's copying him. You watch a lot of videos. I bet he watch them all day long. Man, I ain't never watched watch no TV, no video of nobody. So whatever I have, man, I'm grateful to my mother and my father and God. So.
Yeah, well, I've had the privilege of seeing you several times, and
oh, thank you.
Yeah, even though, you know what, you know, somebody could close their eyes and they could probably go, you know, man, that sounds just like him almost. You know, you could tell, you know, that your heart isn't in this to, you know, to replace that, you know, that you're there to pay homage to your history, but also to be yourself.
Yes, and I tell you, man, you know, I have such a great love for my father. You know, there's so many things that went unsaid between me and Dad, you know, and well, I call him Pops. I mean, you know, man, it's just, and this is my way of still communicating with him. This is my way of still telling him from earthly realms that, hey, man, I loved you. I love the ground he walked on, man. So, I mean, not just for a musician that's been a legend in Muddy Waters, but for my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's a lot of fathers out there that would be incredibly honored if their sons were to say, you know what, I want to pay tribute to my dad. You know, by doing this the rest of my life in his honor, and you know, keeping this alive and keeping his image alive and memory alive, and you know, and just by saying, it's your way of saying thanks, you know, or I love you. Or,
it's my way of saying thanks, man, and I also get the opportunity to kind of share the lifestyle and the business end of what my dad did. I mean, how many children can say that?
Yeah.
You know, I get a chance to see both sides. You know, and when you speak about somebody joining the family business and you got to be up to it, well, I think I'm up to it. I think I have done that, and I mean, of course, you know, Jimmy, I do make a living, you know, going around the world singing, you know. But I just released also Son of the Seven Sons, my own song, original songs on there, and that I wrote, you know, helped produce, and. You know, and I'm just elated. Let me say this before we done. Let me just give a big shout out to Kim Wilson and everybody that played a part on that album. You heard Jimmy. I mean, you know, that album for me, man, I think it's the peak for me right now.
You're listening to my interview with Mud Morganfield, the son of Muddy Waters. We're talking about his release with Kim Wilson called Four Pops, a tribute to Muddy Waters. Here's another track off of that release. This is Just to Be With You.
On a ship that's made of paper. My knees. There ain't nothing, baby, I wouldn't do, sugar. Oh yeah, just to bring you home with me. I will wrestle down the devil. Oh yeah, I breathe smoking fire. Tightrope, walk up hanging down on a wire. Just to kiss your sweet lips, honey. Oh yeah, baby, you know you my desire. If a shot bit off my legs, oh baby, in the sea turn to sand. Turn my whole self over. Call home to you on my knees. There ain't nothing I wouldn't do, honey. Oh yeah, just to be with you. Right down on the floor. Call my mother-in-law, honey. Whoa, I work for you till I get sold. I would do anything for you, baby. Oh yeah, just to get you home once more.
I'm speechless, man. I can't say enough about Ken Wilson, man. This guy is phenomenal, man. And that band we used, Bearhouse Chuck, man, they were, well, you heard that, man. They, you know, and people just need to understand that this is a tribute album, as you would tribute an album to Little Walter Harpley or Otis Spann on keys or Pat Perkins. It's a tribute album, man. I just, think that I don't think soon it'll be another album quite like that. With the team we got in my vocals, man, it's a great album, and I think.
Yeah, well, it's win-win, and let me just mention you got Mud Morganfield on vocals, Kim Wilson on harmonica, Billy Flynn and Rusty Zinn on guitar, Barrelhouse Chuck on piano, Steve Gomes on bass, and Rob Stuka on drums. It's a great lineup.
Yes.
That's a great lineup. So did you handpick the songs? Did Seven Records have a hand in that? Did Kim have a hand in that?
I think me, Kim, and Dave Earl, by the way, who spearheaded this whole thing, because I was on the verge of releasing my brand new album, but he spearheaded this and convinced, without a lot of tugging, let me admit, for us to do this album. I mean, Pop's 100th birthday is soon to be, and hey, you know what, man? I love that. I love doing Pop stuff. I love feeling that. I love feeling his presence when I'm doing it. I mean, I'm overwhelmed here, man. I did a great job, and I'm completely satisfied with his album, man. Those guys went in like professionals, and they didn't leave a stone unturned, man. If something went right on the keys, Bell, Chuck, hey, Dave, can I go in? Yeah, go ahead. I mean, Kim, Dave, I want to do this again. And I mean, listen, man, those guys, I love them. They were fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, to me, from listening to it, it sounds like something that doesn't have a lot of, overdubs or anything. It sounds like it was done pretty much as a session, like you guys kind of all together doing it. Was that the way it was?
Pretty much. It was the old chess record kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, the lineup was just so professional, man, and these guys love my father, man, as well as I do, and they just went in. And again, Dave Earl spearheaded this thing, man. He just picked the right time, and we picked the right team and the right songs. We stayed away from Pop's major songs like Hoochie Coochie Man and Manish Boy and that stuff, man. And we just dug into some stuff, man. And that's what it is. That's the product of what we got there.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, there's 14 tracks on there, and there's not a one of them on there that isn't as good as the next one. I mean, you guys did a great job on all of them.
When you're talking about, excuse me, Jimmy, when you're talking about a tribute to Muddy Waters, man, I mean, this is all this can be, man, and I just think, man, it's a pretty hard album to just beat down, man. That album is it's just what it is, man. It's a tribute to my father called Pops.
Yeah. So now, are you guys going to do some shows and a tour maybe around this?
I'm only praying. I'm just sitting there praying, man, because again, man, with this team, man, I can't see never being a bad show. I love what I do. I go around the world doing it, man, and I could be doing some of my original stuff, and people ask for requests. Hey, do Mojo, do Manish Boy. They love it. They love it. They love money, man, and hey, man, just as much as I do. And I'm not really. And here's the main thing I tell you, Jimmy, right quickly. There's a bunch of students and college kids and different people I meet in my walk of life that didn't get a chance to see my dad perform. They write papers on him and do seminars and you name it. And I think that I give these students a chance to get a glimpse to maybe what it may have been like to see Pops performing.
Yeah. Wow. Well, those are big shoes to fill, but you definitely do, like I said, an outstanding job. I think the last time I saw you was at the Rum Boogie Cafe. You did.
Yeah, I did a couple of numbers with Boncourt Turim, another one of my good friends who produced the Seven Sons album. Oh yeah, Rum Boogie. Yeah, I was at the VMAs. I was nominated for 3 awards in there. So that album was. So, that's as long as I stay healthy, there's much more to come.
Yeah. So let me ask you, on your website, which is mudmorganfieldsite.com, there's a photo, and those of us that are into blues and especially around Chicago, we know that there's been this ongoing controversy with your dad's house.
Oh yeah, Pop's house, man. That house had been standing up there for years, deteriorating, and I really didn't want to have anything to do with it. I just felt like there were people who were in better positions and greater positions than I was, Jimmy, to step up to the plate and know and respect the significance of Muddy Waters' home. Apparently, no one did.
Yeah.
No one did. And everybody did just, well, this is that, and this is that. So, I took the initiative to bring on some family members and retain a fantastic attorney by the name of J.B. Ross, who also was my dad's attorney before he passed, and James Brown was attorney, and Jerry Butler, and took the initiative to try to start a fundraiser to turn this home into something fantastic for a school for students and a museum on one floor. It was just the idea was just unlimited, man, of the things we could have done with that property. And I tell you, I was pretty hurt by that, man, because somebody come up with a bag of money after I raised all this attention and here and abroad, and came over there with a bag of money. Here, I want to get the house. And right now I don't know where the house is going. But I just hope whoever gets it have the same visions that me and my family have for that house.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is that somebody else has purchased it, and
that was the last thing that J. Ross told me, that they accepted a bid on the house from some guy, and he's buying it. And hey, I mean, you know what? I still win. It's okay to him, because as long as the house is going to still stand and become something great for the city and the world, then my job is done.
Yeah, I think that's something that really bothers me, and not just about your dad's house, but and I probably shouldn't disclose this on my radio show.
Well, wait a minute, I got to stop you there. Wait a minute, now, watch where you put that foot, Jimmy.
No, I'm gonna put the foot out there. I'm gonna do it.
Don't. What did Pop say? What did the Pop say? He said, "I done got tired. I'm going to talk some too. So don't stop. We'll let you talk."
You know what? Let's just go back. Like the Checkerboard Lounge.
Yes.
I mean, come on. The original Checkerboard Lounge. I mean, that place is a legend.
It should have never been tore down.
No, never. Not at all. Not at all. I mean,
it should have never been. A stone should have never been moved from that place. But this is the kind of attitude that they have here in Chicago and a bunch of places. Don't care about that kind of history.
Yeah, I even felt that way about Buddy Guy's place. The old Buddy Guy's had such history. The people that had graced the presence of that place, that will never be in the new one, of course. I mean, the new one's nice, but I mean, I have a hard time with that.
Well, again, it's an ongoing thing, man, in Chicago, man. And it just, people don't seem to care. They don't seem to care.
Yeah. Well, I care. I just don't have enough money to do something about everything.
Of course. I mean, Pop owned a house in Westmont his last 10 years of his life. Guess what? It's gone. Money. Sold it. Gone.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's house on 43rd Street, man, should never be in the position or predicament that it's in right now. Should never be. Should never have even gotten that far.
Yeah.
But, again, people don't care, Jimmy. Don't care.
Yeah, I agree, because your father was such an important part of the history of music, not just blues, but the history of music. Your dad played a very important part in it.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jimmy. Some people now, Pop's been dead over 30 years now. And some people it's got this kind of attitude, let him rest in peace. Look at me now. Watch me play. I can slide just like the great Muddy. Or I can sing just like Wolf. know, I'm a songwriter just like Willie Dixon. Check this out. Now it's just about me. Look at me. Yeah, man, I love doing pop stuff. I love doing mine, man, and as long as I stay healthy, and I have to keep saying that because I ain't over the hill yet, but I mean, you know, health is so important, man, you know. But as long as I can live and breathe, man, I'm gonna always honor my dad, so they can forget it. Every album I put out is gonna have at least one of my father's songs on it. If it's my original stuff, I'm always add one of Dad's on there. So.
Yeah. Well, the name of the CD is For Pops. It's a tribute to Muddy Waters. It's Mud Morganfield and Kim Wilson on Severn Records. I tell you what, it is, to me, by far, this is one of the best blues albums that come out in a really long time. And, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really did. And it's definitely, you know, in my iPod at a, you know, a top number. I listen to this quite often, actually. You know, so I wish you the best success with it, Mud, and I wish you the best success with your career. You know.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. And again, man, I want to give thanks to Kim Wilson, who I think is phenomenal, Dave Earl, and Chuck, and all those guys, man. They were the best of the best.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your very hectic schedule to chat with me. It's always a pleasure.
Anytime, Jimmy. Anytime.
Yeah, you're great to talk to. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, you've been listening to my conversation with Mud Morganfield, who is one of the sons of music legend, music icon, Muddy Waters, and he put out a new CD with Kim Wilson from the Fabulous Thunderbirds. It is called For Pops. It is a tribute to Muddy Waters. It's got 14 tracks, all Muddy Waters tunes. None of the big staple songs, you know, like Coochie Coochie Man, a lot of the other songs that probably aren't listened to as much, but, you know, if you're a blues fan, if you're a Muddy Waters fan, you definitely know them and love them. The CD is on Severn Records. It is available now. You can get it anywhere. You know, I want to invite you to go to Mud Morganfield's website, which is mudmorganfield.com. Also go to Kim Wilson or severnrecords.com, you know, iTunes, Amazon, all those places where you can get a copy of this. Now, I am going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the show, but I just want to remind you that next Tuesday we'll have the second half of the interview, and that will be with Kim Wilson. We'll also be discussing Kim Wilson's career along with this release and what's going on with this project here, and continue to listen to the CD like we will do here in just a second. Now, I want to invite you to go to jimmywarrenshow.com, find out what's going on. I tell you what, you know, I already told you that next week we're going to do Kim Wilson, but the following week after that, we got Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, and the Guess Who, he is going to be with us. Now, October is a special month for me. It's hard rock month here on the Jimmy Warren Show. We're going to kick that off with Eddie Trunk as my guest. He is the host and the executive producer of the TV show That Metal Show on VH1. Plus, he's also a DJ, you know, with syndicated programs all over the country and that. He is kind of like the foundational piece, it seems like, to hard rock and all things that are heavy metal and hard rock there, you know, like they say on his show. So he's going to kick it off. Also joining me in October for Heavy Metal Month, we have Paul Gilbert. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a fanatic, and I talk about fanatic about guitars, and Paul Gilbert is just over the top. His new release is just so friggin' awesome. I mean, it really is. What he did was he took his favorite songs, some of his favorite songs, and he just did them to as instrumentals. Now, I tell you what, it is so cool to find out that some of the songs that were inspirational to somebody like Paul Gilbert happened to be Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John and Working for the Weekend by Night Ranger, which I actually love those songs too. So Paul Gilbert's going to be on the show. Also Richie Faulkner, the newest member who just joined Judas Priest, which they're getting ready to go on tour. They're in auditions for tour, or you know, practicing for their tour now. He took the place of KK Downing, who left the band. So Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest is going to be joining us. Also, Steve Blaze from Lillian Axe is going to be on the program. Tom Kiefer from the band Cinderella is going to be here. And then I tell you what, I got a special guest that I'm going to throw in that I'm just really excited about having, and that's Danny Coker. Now, you might not know his name, but you might know him as the Count. So if you watch TV, you probably have seen Counting Cars. You know, Danny Coker, a.k.a. the Count, you know, he's the subject of that show around his business there in Las Vegas, where he, you know, creates really wicked cars and motorcycles and stuff. But Danny's got a band, and it's called Count 77. They're signed now to Shrapnel Records, and we're going to be talking about his new release as well as his TV program and all things that are Count, because he is a man that has just so much going on. So we're really looking forward to that. And then, you know what, when we get into November, it's just over the top. I'm not even going to go there. Okay, so you want to go to JimmyWarrenShow.com, find out what's going on, watch the videos for some of the artists that we have coming on the show, find out what's going on, and be sure to, you know, to check out the archives. And always know that on Sunday night you can catch a rebroadcast of this program at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you can get to that at JimmyWarrenShow.com. Okay, right now we're going to get back to the music and that, and you are going to get just a huge dose. You won't hear my voice. You're going to get a huge dose of Mud Morganfield and Kim Wilson paying tribute to Muddy Waters. And we're going to kick it off right now with a track called I Don't Know Why.
Tell me why. Oh, come here, baby. Come here and tell me why. That I get so excited when you pass me by. But I don't know why other men just don't agree. Well, I don't know why other men just don't agree. When you won't near me, I just can't behave. Yeah, man, yeah. Well, I don't know why started World War #2. Well, I don't know what started World War #2. But I do know why all the men go for you. Yeah! I done eat off the old apple tree. Well, I don't know why I done eat off that old apple tree. Yeah, but when you hear me, you bring out the beast in me. I want you to love me, love your baby slow. I want you to to love me. Love your baby slow. I want you to love me, baby, until I drop dead in front of your door. I want you to love me. Love me with your own free will. I want you to love me. Love me with your own free will. I want you to love me, baby. Love me and don't get me killed. I want you to love me until the house stand up on my head. I want you to love me until the house stand up on my head. I want you to love me, baby, till you know I wish that I was dead. Well, now there's two trains running. Neither one's going my way. Well, now one run at midnight, and the other one is running just 4 days. It's running just 4 days. It's running just 4 days. Oh Lord, sure enough it is. Oh well. Oh. Somebody help me with these blues. Well, now, see the one I'm loving. See the one I do hate to lose. I do hate to lose. I do hate to lose. Oh, Lord, sure enough I do. Oh, well. I've been crazy. Yes, I've been a fool. I've been crazy, all of my life. Well, now I fell in love with her, with another man's wife, with another main wife, with another main wife. Sure enough I done. Oh well, oh well. Long, she's so long and tall. Tell she we've got an old willow tree. Well, now they say she's no good, but she's alright. She's alright with me. She's alright with me. She's alright, she's alright. She's alright with me. Oh well. They talk about my cat. Say my dog came on and my cat can't scratch. The people they're talking about me and you. I done got tired, I'm gonna talk some too. Cat can scratch. Who started the fire? The one struck the match. The people they're talking about me and you. I done got tired, I'm gonna talk some too. Ain't nobody business if I bark like a dog. Chasing rats up and down the hole. The people they're talking about me and you. I done got tired, I'm gonna talk some too. I want everybody to take a look at this little girl. Her mother gives something to take into this world. Oh, she's got it. She's got it right from the start. You know if she ever leaves me, you know it's going to break my heart. She's got a real soft voice with a mellow tone. Whatever she's got, I can't leave alone. Oh, she's got it. She's got it right from the start. You know if she ever leaves me, you know it's going to break my heart. She's 5'4" with a copper-colored brown. She knows what to do to bring my loving down. Whoa, she's got it. She's got it right from the start. You know if she ever leaves me, you know it's going to break my heart.
All right, we've been listening to the release called Four Pops. It's a tribute to Muddy Waters. It's done by Mud Morganfield and Kim Wilson. Mud is the son of Muddy Waters, of course. And this is on Seven Records, and you can pick this up at any place they sell music anywhere in the world. I think that's true. And if not, you can always go to Seven Records, Kim Wilson, or Mud Morganfield's website, as well as iTunes, Amazon, and all those regular places where people like to shop for the music they love. You know, I want to thank my guest tonight, Mud Morganfield. It's always a treat to talk to him. Love the music so much. And looking forward to next Tuesday night, the second part of this interview about this release. I will be talking with Kim Wilson, and we'll be hearing more from the release as well. So you heard about half of it tonight. Oh, my God, we did Gone to Main Street, Just to Be With You, I Don't Know Why, I Want You to Love Me, Still a Fool, My Dog Can't Bark, She's Got It All. We did all of those right there. So make sure you tune in next week. Like I said, my guest is going to be Kim Wilson. The following week, I got Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, and the guess who's going to be on the program. Visit my website, jimmywarrenshow.com. Also visit me personally at my website, jimmywarren.info. Find out what's going on. I got a new CD that's releasing October 7th. So stay posted. Join our mailing list. Hey, go to the website and join our mailing list so that you get an email once a week to find out what's going on with the show and who the guests are and that. We want to make sure that you're informed. You can also find out on Facebook and all those other great places where other great things just happen to happen. In that. So we're going to get out of here tonight. We want to thank Mud Morganfield once again. We're going to kick it off with another track. This is called I Love the Life I Live. I live the life I love. And once again, it's Mud Morganfield, Kim Wilson. Tribute to Muddy Waters. Four Pops. We'll see you all next week.
love, and I love the life I live. So if you see me and think I'm wrong, don't worry about me, just leave me alone. My sweet life ain't in nothing but a thrill. I live the life I love, and I love the life I live. My diamond ring and my money too. Tomorrow night it could belong to you. The girls move me at their will. I live the life of love, and I love the life I live. On a bet this time. 1 minute later, I can't cover your dime. Tomorrow night I may be over the hill. I just want you to know the way I feel. You see me walking as you pass me by. Don't talk about me 'cause I could be high. Please forgive me if you will. I live the life I love, and I love the life I live.